I am having a very relaxing day. I've been pretty busy all day working on the one video that took me like half a day to do. But I'm sitting here and I was going over some information that was out there to see if there was any new updates, predominantly with Sebastian Rogers and whether the green shirt, or excuse me, rather green hoodie. Sorry, Delilah's crawling all over me. By the way, I wanted to holler out Gypsy Nielsen, and if one of my mods, when they get in here, I'll remind them to put her information in the chat. She has a channel. She helped me make my goal today on the video. And when I got the mail, it didn't come with a little card or insert or anything, but somebody got Delilah these cute little dresses. They're adorable. So whoever it was, thank you so much. It didn't come with a slip. So sorry about that. I wish I could thank them personally, but I don't know who to thank. So if you can send me an email, I'd greatly appreciate it. Sorry, I'm still working here. Forgot to do a few things. All right, so getting back to why we are here. Many of you guys know, let me just say hi to everybody. Melissa, Dawn, Stacy, Lady 7Up, it's nice to see you. PJ, Melanie, Your Blues, Janet, Mary, good evening. Lady 7Up, meow. JH, aloha, my love. PS, Peggy, Margaret, just a nurse, nice to see you. Phil, Lisa, be always. It's nice to see you. Carla Crocker, nice to see you. Southern Grammy. Oh, Nani, it's nice to see you, my love. I hope you've been doing well. Bobby, it's nice to see you. Football Mom, Holly, our hindsight's up in the house. It's nice to see you, love. P&L Forever, nice to see you. Denise. Michelle, nice to see you, love bug. Wendy, Sharon, Pink Butterfly, it's nice to see you. Princess Jasmina. Sadie X from the UK, it's nice to see you, my love. Natalie, Lori, Gigi for life. Dina, all of my girls in here blessing us. Nice to see you, Alicia. One Sock Candy, it's nice to see you. So Nina, it's nice to see you, love. Our beloved Betty fan, nice to see you too. Southern, I think I said hi. If I didn't, hey. Donna, Bo, West Virginia Holler Girl, it's nice to see you. VA, it's nice to see you. Lori. Show Poodles, Janice, Melinda, thank you. Hugs and kisses to you too. Hugs and kisses to you too. Libby, it's nice to see you. Anybody else that I'm out? I think that's it. Fusion, Halston, Truth in Time. I missed a few of you guys. I'm sorry about that. Hi, Ian. It's nice to see you, my love. I hope you're feeling well. So, we've been, Sebastian Rogers, for those that are just coming in, don't know this case, I always say, oh, thank you, Lori, gifted 1 Bullhorn Betty membership. Justin RN, welcome to the crazy family we call the Coffee Club, i.e. the Insane Asylum. So, Sebastian Rogers is a 15-year-old boy that disappeared from inside of his locked home, the early morning hours of February 26th, allegedly. He was only allegedly in that home with just his mother. And there were some weird things that went on in the evening before and into the early morning, inside and outside of this young boy's home. He has not been found for over 9 months. And the At-Night Intelligence Agency, as well as Dog the Bounty Hunter, along with law enforcement, has been looking for information leading to Sebastian's whereabouts. On August 26th, the FBI raised a reward to $50,000 for any information to locate Sebastian's whereabouts, safely. or a full prosecution or successful prosecution of those responsible for his disappearance. Dog the Bounty Hunter and Nick the Hat stepped in. They raised that. They matched that $50,000 originally, bringing the total to $100,000. Then I believe it was 125 or 150, 175, and now we're up to $200,000. Oh, thank you, Lady 7-Up. Welcome to this crazy crew we call the Coffee Club. And if you know, our voted on names are official. So we got, instead of bronze, silver, and stuff, I hope you guys noticed that. I forgot to hit a button that says publish the new names. That's all I forgot. That's what the holdup was. It was Bullhorn Betty. It was user error. So there's been a lot of things that came in that they've been taking seriously. We've heard about the lead in Oregon a while ago, but it really didn't get a lot of airspace, so to speak, because nobody really knew whether it was true, or because, there's a lot of stuff, misinformation and disinformation that is constantly being, funneled into these cases for whatever reason. I don't know why anybody would want to hinder searching for somebody, but they do. And it just kind of went by the wayside until Crime Time Buzz ended up putting out the FOIA request for Oregon, that somebody did actually, in fact, call this in about thinking that they saw the mom and the stepfather out there in Oregon near some lake or pond or whatever that the case may be. So they followed up on that. They ended up sending out a lot of flyers and letters and everything to all the local law enforcement, hotels, just the whole gamut. They also received, I'm still unclear about what the lead is in New York, but I did hear that there was a lead in New York. I never heard about it. I really still to this day don't know much about it. And then I know that they peppered the entire Canadian border with the hotels, the bus stations, everything, with a bunch of information out there. So they've been taking a lot of stuff very, very seriously. They also have a local, it sounds like a local group on the ground doing intel, and some of that intel sent them over to the Motel 6. And there was a boy being shoveled in and out of the room privately, from what I'm understanding, or, covering his face with a hoodie, and some weird behaviors that were going on that led them to believe that this could possibly or potentially be Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. They called law enforcement. Law enforcement acted. Sumner County came out there. Sumner County approached the door that they believed this child was in, and they confirmed that the child was not Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Now we've recently learned about well, let me back up again. Then everything kind of went back to the Texas Roadhouse. That was really the last place any third party saw Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers alive at the time, not missing. And so the At-Night Intelligence Agency sent out a call to anybody that was there the night of February 25th between the hours of 5:30 and 10, I believe, or 5 and 10, somewhere around there. Don't quote me on it. We can go and look at that if it really matters to you, the specificity of that, but it was somewhere like that. And apparently there were some people that produced from that, I guess, solicitation, right? They're soliciting videos and photos. The reward is $500 to $5,000 for whatever you have, with that night. So they ended up getting some people that ended up participating in that, and they apparently have seen quite a bit. And then all of a sudden, after these videos or photos come out to them privately, they start looking for an olive green or military green hoodie. And it had stacked letters. They had one that said Oregon on it, other. Well, our very own Mr. Car Guy immediately said, what about Gallatin High School? they have a green sweatshirt that has this, stacked printing on it. And so now, lo and behold, and I did send that over, just to let you know, I did send that over to the team. I sent them, for them to do all the work they need to do. And so a few hours ago, at night, private intelligence sent out a new call, and they added the latest hoodie to the catalog of hoodies that they've had. And it says, the latest addition to our hoodie of interest, a dark green hoodie with white drawstrings, possibly linked to Gallatin Green Wave, a school or sports team. It includes a kangaroo pocket and ribbed cuff and hem. And here it is. So if anybody was out in the area and potentially saw somebody wearing maybe this hoodie and speaking with the mother of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers out in the front of the Texas Roadhouse Grill for under a minute, they are seeking whoever it is. Now, if this is the person and the person that is watching this and they just had a brief conversation for change or something, you call in, right? If you know you spoke to that lady that night, they're looking for you. They're just wanting, they believe you might have some valuable information that might help and aid in the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case. And, this is just the latest. And if you want to hear what the whole thing, post was, this is what it states. Public update, this is what I have. Now, we have heard, I didn't listen to it myself, but somebody has told me that there were some things described on Justin for All's channel about the green and a yellow jacket, and he said he couldn't really say something. At least that's what somebody said to me. I'm unfamiliar with that. I'm going to have to ask because I don't know. But I did read a post earlier today of somebody talking about a yellow jacket. I was just unfamiliar where that came from. I'm starting the poker game was 100% in Gallatin. Interesting. No further description other than the hoodie. Not right now, Brad. Not that I have. I hear some other people had some photos or something shared. I don't know. No, doing rugs are a huge problem all over. KP got some splaining to do. Who's the green hoodie guy? Where's Sebastian? Yeah, exactly, Nani. But I'm interested as well because I'm hearing something about a yellow jacket guy. And one guy being skinny and one guy being a little more husky. But I'm not clear on it. So I'll have to get clear on that. And find out what I am allowed to say if I'm entrusted with the information, So public update on the search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, November 28, 2024. At-night private intelligence is seeking the public's assistance in identifying individuals seen near the Texas Roadhouse in Hendersonville, Tennessee. This location is significant as it marks the last known whereabouts of 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. On February 25th, 2024, between 5:30 and 10 p.m., an individual wearing a hoodie with distinctive features was observed in the area. The hoodie appeared to be olive green or military green, though lighting conditions at the time may affect its apparent color. The hoodie prominently features light-colored, angular pattern on the chest area that resembles a geometric or stacked design. These details stand out against the darker fabric. The hoodie appears to have a casual fit and may include drawstrings near the hood. While the green shade is a key observation, other colors or details may emerge due to varying lighting or visual distortion in the footage. So this tells me that they have footage that they're looking at when they're, requesting information about this green hoodie. During a brief interaction lasting less than a minute, This individual was seen speaking with the mother of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers seconds before he was last seen on surveillance that fateful evening. While the nature of this interaction will not be disclosed at this time, we believe this person may have information that could provide helpful context about the events leading up to Sebastian's disappearance. If you were in the area of the Texas Roadhouse between February 25th, 2024, between 5:30 and 10 p.m., or if you are this individual, we kindly ask for your assistance. Please contact us using the following information. Photos, videos, and any images or videos capturing individuals, vehicles, or activities in the area during the specified time frame would be greatly appreciated. And 2, witness accounts. Any observations or details related to the individual or activity in the area could provide valuable information. And they give you a contact information. And then further down, after they talk about the upgrade and the reward, they have this confidentiality, tag or flag or whatever it may be. And it says all tips will be handled with the utmost confidentiality. And they explain that they're fully committed to helping, gathering helpful information to support efforts to locate Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And they give us different colors of green and different lettering, stacked letterings and stuff like that. And I ran this, and the first thing out of the Mr. and Mrs. Car Guy was that it could be a Gallatin High School sweatshirt. And then lo and behold, we now have the infamous Gallatin Green Wave sweatshirt that it could possibly be. So if anybody has any information or any video or firsthand witness or account of being at the Texas Roadhouse on February 25th from 5:30 to 10 p.m., you're asked to reach out to Nick the Hat or Dog at Manhunts at, most wanted at manhunts.one, O-N-E. Most wanted at manhunts with an S.O-N-E. Please reach out to them if you are this person, because you may have valuable information. And, in a lot of these cases, sometimes people don't realize that they have valuable information, but they do, they do. So that really is, I feel like we're getting, do you guys feel like we're making some progress, more progress than we've made in a really long time? Like, I feel like things are starting to move now. I don't know why I have that feeling in me, but I just really have that feeling that things are starting to move now. Stephanie Marlowe, my, we just got dusting this morning, no inches yet. Oh, is it starting? I gotta tell you, when I was at Jen Santinello's, it started snowing that night. And when I woke up from my hotel room, there was about, a good inch on my trunk in the back. And it was pretty scary going in those mountains with all that slush, coming down that mountain. Woo! People were flipped over and and I'm just looking at people because they have Tennessee tags. You kind of think that they would know how to drive in this weather, Oh, good gracious. Apparently not. No, it didn't say, I don't think, Humpty, I don't think any of the comments on here ever said something about 3 letters. If you're talking about the hoodie. Now, I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but if that is what you're talking about, then no, I don't recall anybody talking about 3 characters. Because I just read the whole post that was originally posted. It's going to be cold down here in the low Florida Keys. I'm hearing that it's some kind of polar front that's coming through, and that there's going to be snow in the panhandle of Florida, but the rest of us further down south don't really get snow, and if it does happen to snow, it melts before it hits the ground. You can see it in the air, it's kind of cool, but it doesn't, it just melts. Um, but we do expect it to get cold. It's going to be below freezing in the panhandles, I believe, by Sunday, if I read the article correctly. But here down further south in Florida, it is, I think 40. You know, we're not freezing, but it's freezing to us Floridians. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. It's going to be cold down here. Yeah. It's chilly in Texas. Football man. The guy in the hoodie waved at Sebastian. Sebastian did not wave back. Instead, turned his head. Interesting. You're asking people to go looking for high school students, minors? No, that is not what I said at all. Unless that's what you believe, but that's definitely not what I said. I don't know if you speak English or not, but no, what I said is it could be a Gallatin high school jersey. I don't know. That doesn't imply that it is a child by any stretch of the imagination or a minor at all. Because Gallatin High School's been around for a really, really long time. And I don't think it's a teenage kid. Okay, just saying, boo-boo. I swear, some of you guys need to quit being so damn nasty and just participate and actually come with some free thoughts and thinking outside of the box on how to find this kid instead of being so damn insulting. It's the freaking holidays. You're so miserable. Go get something to help you. Good gracious. Oh, is my audio cracking up a bit? I'm sorry about that. I live in Florida, but had to buy a North Dakota type coat. I got a wool jacket myself. If you go back to the game show video, carefully watch his shoes. They look at least 2 sizes too big. Interesting. No, I haven't paid attention to that. I haven't paid attention to that. Oh my gosh, that is so much. Mine is going to be about 300. I know what I can. Oh, I don't know what you guys are talking. Coming in the middle of a conversation. B. Betty reminds us. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, missing 15-year-old white male, 5'5", 120 pounds, 833. Tell dog. Thank you, B. Betty. Thank you, B. Betty. How do we know the police don't already know who these people are and have already checked them out and cleared them? That's not my problem. These people are doing their own independent investigation, which is what they were brought in to do. And until there's laws to prevent them from doing that, they're going to continue to do that. That's why there's licensed private investigators involved in multiple states. You know, if Seth had confidence in law enforcement, he probably wouldn't be doing all this. Just saying. But it's his right as a father. It's his son, and come hell or high water, he wants answers. I'm sure Humpty and Bex, I'm sure you can understand that and appreciate that. I mean, I know you've got to have an animal or a child, right? What would you be willing to do? Just saying. Kimberly, it's nice to see you. One suck. Nice to see you. These people will throw each other under the bus so damn fast. Good gracious. Dotting I's and crossing T's, Tennessee. There you go. I feel it's getting very close. I do. I feel like it's starting, you know, I feel like we're getting some movement and some traction on this case. Do you know if this person got in a car? I don't know, Rosebud. To be honest with you, I'm the furthest person that knows anything. That's why I'm here. I don't know. Maybe you guys can fill me in. It'd be great if somebody can let me know. I don't know. I don't know if the person in the hoodie got into the car, into their car, into another car, where they went, if they were walking. You know, I'm the furthest one. I don't know nothing. I know what's posted in the X, and that's it. You know. I feel like we got at least one turkey and hopefully get some presents. Aw, that's nice, Sasha. Do you know this person got? No. I love your hair. Did you get a haircut? Well, kind of. I cut my own hair. I cut my own hair to do the frillies out, and it turned out well. I saw this little cute idea on TikTok. On TikTok. I mean, the hair needs to be washed, but I found the cut on TikTok, and I decided to try it. and you know, to learn like to do your own hair. I won't lie. I won't lie. I'm hoping. Look, like the blonde's almost completely gone. I've got, I don't know, about another 6 inches here, but it's almost, every bit of it's almost out, and we'll see what my natural color is. I think it's gonna look a little bit like this with white. There's white all through my hair. Good gracious. Let's see. I think it was Justin saying it was 3 characters, but it must have gotten confused. Okay, yeah, I haven't read anything about 3 characters. I just haven't. I guarantee they have, I don't know what that means, Lake Girl. Rosebud, I don't think they said yet. I think it was like waiting for KP from what I gathered. I'm gonna, no, it's not a polar vortex. I heard that, but that's not what was in the article. It was like a polar, I think they said like a polar front coming through Florida is what how they couched it in this article, but I don't know. But I don't own winter clothes. Well, if you're in Florida, you're gonna have a few. You gotta have a few, enough that like, you know, fit in a corner of a drawer somewhere. So the few times a year you need it. Now, granted, every time you need to wear it. That's why you always see me, like, when I have things to wear, I have those 2 gray sweaters. Because I'm from Florida. We don't, I'm not investing in sweaters. So, just letting you know. I got 2 sweaters and about, I don't know, I have about 7, 8 different jackets. But they're all for different things. They're for different thicknesses. Did he say 3 letters? Everybody's saying the 3 letters. I haven't heard that. I read what's been posted. So unless I understand the context of these 3 letters or who said them, I don't know. Fairview Plantation is the richest community in Sumner County. Where's Fairview? I don't know what Fairview is. I feel like Nick and Dog, a lot of things are finally heading in a good direction. It's sad that we need them when law enforcement could have done this several months ago. Yeah, but even if they did, you know, to Humpty or whatever the name is, point is that how do we know that they haven't? And in all fairness, we don't, because they shut up. You know, they didn't even hold stuff close to the chest. They just ghosted everybody. But by that time, in my opinion, the damage was already done, because the critical moments, the first 48 hours, that house needed to be forensically tested, and it was not. So, you know, I don't know. The father, and the way he has been treated by law enforcement, because, you know, they think they can treat people like that. They're public servants that treat you know, people that aren't in their tax roll like crap, and they think they can do that. And, you know, at the end of the day, people lose respect. It's not honorable to treat people like this. It's not honorable what they've done to Seth and how they've spoken to a father just wanting to find his son. It's not honorable to do that. And it's very frustrating that he has lost faith in the investigative body on his son's case, but that's what he's done. He's lost faith in the investigative body, and I support Seth 100%. I'm not going through this. He is. And so he's in law enforcement. He's got to know what good is and what bad is. And I have to think he's not getting along with law enforcement in their handling of his son's investigation. And who can blame him? Like, we're still scratching our heads wanting to know if forensics has been done. We definitely know they haven't been done at Seth's house. That's got to be pretty unnerving as a father that's desperately trying to find his son and believes something may have happened to his son. He definitely knows his son's not where he's supposed to be. And his only goal is to find his son and bring his son back healthy and happy. So it just, you know, we shouldn't need Dog. We shouldn't need Nick's help. You know, the father should have the confidence in the people that are investigating the case. It means the world. I mean, look at Jennifer Santinella. She would be a mess if she didn't have the confidence of the detectives working her daughter's case, like Detective Claire. You've never seen me dog Detective Claire. Why? Because he works his you-know-what off trying to find answers about Layla. Is he public with it? No. Does he have to give a press conference every so often? No. It's because the victim's daughter and him, or the victim's mother and him, have a good working relationship, which is the way it's supposed to be. I guarantee if Seth were to get some information about his son, he ain't running to YouTube or social media to say it. All he's wanting to know is whether they're further along today than they were on February 26th, and they can't even give him an answer. That's got to be a little defeating. And, you know, quite frankly, I understand why, and God bless Nick the Hat and Dog the Bounty Hunter. You know, I don't know, you know, what they were doing. I knew they covered the Cavalcanti case and stuff like that. But I got to tell you, you know, I didn't know what to expect when they came in. And while, you know, 100% of the time, you know, we don't all agree 100% of the time. But I still think that they're doing a great job. I still think that they're moving the needle. I still think that the information that they're acquiring and the information that they're putting out is balanced. You know, they're not giving everything away that they've got. You know, they're keeping this case relevant and giving people stuff to help them with, which is helping. You know, at the end of the day, it is helping, in my opinion. Just in my opinion. The Polar Express, Santa is getting ready for his yearly ride. I love that, Nani. I love that, Nani. Very interesting. It is interesting, Sue. If Ellie is protecting KP, I don't think they ever intended for it to go this far, in my opinion. I don't think they're protecting them. I think they misjudged them. You know, I mean, in all fairness, those first few days, I truly believe they thought this child ran away from home and was just missing, and that when he didn't turn up, they just assumed he would turn up in the waterways, you know, a few days later. I think they've realized, you know, later down the road that these parents if they really truly believe these parents have nothing to do with it, then yeah, they're either protecting them or they're just too stupid to be doing investigations. I'm just saying, okay? Because all the professionals, we talk to them, we see them, we watch them, we know these people's resumes, and if people from the FBI down to law enforcement is believing that these parents stink to high heaven and it's only Sumner County that does it, well, we got a problem here, okay? You know, I mean, might get me some silver cuffs for having an opinion and a criticism, but still, if that's truly the way it is, then they're too dumb to investigate. Now, I just want to have the caveat, I don't think they're too dumb to investigate, okay? I do want to throw that out there. So, I don't know what the deal is. I really just don't know what the true deal is. But, Holly gifted a Bullhorn Betty membership. And Brad, you have been selected to be part of this crazy family we call the Coffee Club. I.e. the Insane Asylum. Ding, ding, ding. Oh. Did you see? I see Car Guy coming in here. Did you see? They took your suggestion and looked into it. Nick the Hat isn't even allowed. You know what? I'm done talking to you. Get out of my channel. Nobody cares what your stupid ass opinion is. Go back to the frickin' hate channels. Don't chat in my frickin' don't. I don't have the patience for it. It's the holidays. If you gotta be nasty, go be nasty on hate channels. That's where they thrive on nastiness. You act like people don't know. Oh my god, I want to tell on him. He's not even supposed to call law enforcement. I wonder why. Probably because you bitches brigaded his frickin' parole office. Because you're too stupid to just leave the man alone and let him do his fucking job. Dum-dum. Go have your freaking leader clip that. Good gracious. Look, car guy, it's the newest addition to what they are putting out for people to be looking into and for. So it's definitely, they think it's obviously, you know, a probable lead. So they put it out there. So I just thought I'd show you that. And that was 100% you, the car guy. That was 100% you. Good evening, everyone. I think it was planned down to the minute. See, I've never felt that way with this, but you know, like the green shirt, the yellow jacket, now it's starting to get a little spicy, and it makes me, you know, have to start considering those things. And I never wanted to think it because, you know, my theory has always been the lady had so much going on. She was there alone. The stepfather wasn't coming to help. She was working, going to school, taking care of a disabled son. She had crap going on in her life. Her marriage was falling apart. And I figured he just had a bad day because he was overstimulated and she just lost her ever-loving stuff. But there is a car. There is a vehicle that matches one of their family members' description, you know, nearby, way early in the morning when that vehicle shouldn't have been nearby that time of morning. So there's a lot of hinky stuff that we just can't ignore, you know? We just can't ignore. And it does really make us, I mean, I don't think anybody goes into these cases saying, hey, you know, we needed, you know, for clicks and view purposes, you know, we need it to be like the mom or stepdad and to really sauce it up a little bit, you know? We can really milk this baby if we just have the mom and stepdad being the villain. I mean, it doesn't work that way, okay? Like, we go through a lot of steps before we ever say anything. We listen to a lot of opinions before we had our own opinion. We listen to the yin and the yang of this stuff, but nothing else makes sense. This child was sheltered. He lived at home with his mom. His mom was the primary caregiver for this child. The stepfather was absent because he was at this stupid job. He hadn't been home at least since the middle of February. Okay, I'm going to say that because I think there's enough corroboration to establish that the stepfather was home 2 weeks prior to. There was, I heard this statement again from what I heard many months ago, that it was 2 weeks before. Remember I said that when everybody was talking about him being at that. I'm like, look, my rumor is I heard that he was there 2 weeks before, and Sebastian had a meltdown because there was something that wasn't on the menu that he wanted to order. Those things were tater tots, and it upset the stepfather so much that he kind of got up, paid for everything, and just stormed out of there. That I heard was 2 weeks before, and somebody actually established that date as April 15th. April 15th. Which would make sense, because it was right around Valentine's Day, you know? So that kind of really would have made sense for him to be home at that time. But that's what I had heard. And then I ran across another statement from, I think it was the same person or another person that had stipulated the specific day. And so there is back. Go back and look at the photo at night put out about a big man with their investigator's house. Remember, we tried to see what was in his hand. He had a green hoodie with Oregon on it, didn't it? No. What did it? I will have to go back and look at that photo. Hopefully I didn't delete it. I don't think I did. I might have put it in Sebastian's file on iCloud, but I don't think I deleted it. I hope I didn't delete it. But you're right. Maybe we should, Wendy. Great. Glad you remembered that. It's 37 in Henderson right now. Well, I'm glad I'm in sunny Florida, Gina. Okay. I think I have one jacket I've worn 2 times. One jacket I wore 2 times. Yeah. They spent hours yesterday trying to guess what kind of sweatshirt. I don't understand why Nick just won't let the public see. Just wasting time, in my opinion. Well, the reason why they don't, there's reasons behind that, and I understand it's frustrating to the rest of us. If they put too much out, there are unstable people out there that will call in and start acting like they know something when they don't. So they have to keep things back. So when people call in and they start describing exactly what they know, then I think, you get my drift. Then then they know that they got somebody legitimate. If they just put everything out there and people call in, it's going to be harder to decide which ones are being forthcoming and truthful, and which ones are mentally disturbed. Because I'm sorry, people are just, and I'm not making light of it, but we hear it all the times where people hear about a story or a case, sometimes a homicide, and they'll go to the police station and say they did it. In the normal mindset, or like, who the heck would do that? People that have mental situations do that. Other people would do it. We have gaslighters and trolls related to social media. So it's so fun listening to Laura's daughter. She's like, "So what do you do with the trolls?" And I didn't know it. I caught it. I barely caught it. And I'm like, "Trolls?" She's like, "The ones on your channel." I said, "Trolls on my channel?" She goes, "The people that pick on you." And I'm like, "Oh, internet trolls." And I don't know why I didn't think of it. I'm looking at her like she's got 3 heads. And I'm like, "What? What?" And just the way she said it just took me off guard. And she's like, "Do you ever watch them?" And I'm like, no, after 3 years, I really don't. I don't pay any mind to them. She goes, "I watch a few here and there." She goes, "Some of them are kind of funny." I said, "Yeah, some of them did make me chuckle over the years." I said, "But the ones that didn't, well, it wasn't worth the few that did." I just don't check anymore. No, it was one of 3 characters, like one of graphics on Sebastian's black shirt. I don't know, late girl. I didn't hear it. My email's bullhornbetty@gmail.com. If you can you send me the link that has somebody talking about these characters on it, so I can just hear it and kind of get my own thought of what I feel like, what's being said, and just take and understand the context of it a little bit more. I need to understand the context. So if you could, please, that'd be great. I'm late. Oh, it's nice to see you, Veronica. Crystal Pistol. Now that we have a few people in, I don't know who bought Delilah the dresses. It didn't come with a little packing slip in it that says, who it came from. So whoever the packing slip came, or the dresses came from, thank you. They're adorable. I got her in her blue one. I got her in her blue one right now. And just as a token, Gypsy won the goal today. So Gypsy Nielsen, if any of my mods are in here, if you guys could please drop Gypsy's channel in here. We're going to be having her on. I get so sidetracked, and I got to get my schedule more honed in, but we're going to be having her on here hereafter. I don't know, probably next week, if I can finagle that. I think I can. Next week, but I was supposed to bring somebody else on too, and that was from, I just get so sidetracked, and I don't mean to, guys. It's just that when I'm on here and we have I don't have any contact for people, and it's hard to schedule all this stuff. So Gypsy, if you're watching, reach out to me by email, and we'll try to coordinate something. I'd like to interview you. I've been following since day 1 of Sebastian's missing. I pray every day that Sebastian comes home. Yeah, I do too. No doubt. I can't understand people condemning Seth for asking for help elsewhere when the LE who are meant to help shut him out. If it's, yeah, and not only that, but what people don't know is they got up into his personal business. After the fact, things that have nothing to do with Sebastian's case, they overstepped. Like, in my opinion, they need to keep it about Sebastian and stuff like that. But they were asking. There's just some things I can't go in. It's not my place to tell. But I will say that their priorities. And that's what was very noticeable to Seth, is that their priorities was skewed, and yeah, I don't know. I just think there's a lot of arrogance in this county and in the sheriff's department, and that's no good for any case. No case, okay? Especially cases like this and homicide cases, you can't have arrogance. You've got to be humble. You got to try to take, information where you can.
When you automatically assume that it's already junk, you're not listening and you're delaying your own case. You're obstructing your own case. Being nasty to people when you are a public servant is something I cannot stand. I cannot stand, even judges, when they come into work all grumpy every single day, all day long, all the time and stuff like that. You are a servant to your community and you treat your community like trash. That's unacceptable for me. Okay? It truly is just totally unacceptable. If you don't like your job, get off the bench. Okay? Every judge that I've known here in Florida, not saying that there's no judges like that. I bet you there are. I've just never experienced them. Every judge that I've ever known has been very courteous, considerate, has weighed the facts. Some of these judges, they don't care about their, they don't care. They're voted in, they can act any way they want. And that's what I have a problem with. And sometimes you got law enforcement, right? There's bad apples in just about everything, even at your bank. Okay, there's just some bad apples. The grumpy, teller you don't want to get. She's just very rude. One good example is of just people just being rude is at airports. The employees at airports are some of the rudest people I have ever met in my life. Getting a nice assistant checking you in or whatever, it's nice, and I understand the pressures and stuff, but if you can't handle it and you got to be nasty to people, quit the job. You're not a happy person, and that job's not making you happy either. It's probably killing you. I don't know. If he had walked out on his own, dogs would have hit. I believe that. But you got to remember, we know. I mean, even Miss Bobby, there was a dog hit. A dog jumped into a retaining pond. There was a dog hit. We were told and led to believe that it was not Sebastian. That didn't leave us a whole lot. Then who was it? They never said it, they played the game. They said it wasn't Sebastian. And then there was another comment from Eric Craddock that said that it was like a false hit or something like that. But we also know that they lied about the lights and tried to tell people that it was a garbage truck when everybody knows it's not a garbage truck. So we know that they're trying to get the public and most likely the assailants off their investigation or how they're investigating this. But we know that law enforcement is willing to not be forthcoming and flat out be very deceptive in this case. So it even makes, comments like that hard to digest, whether it's true or not true. Like, I don't trust the public or the comments coming to the public from the sheriff's department. I just don't believe them. Because there's nothing, they've lied. And you know how it is when you've lied, everybody's got to question everything you do from that point forward. They lied about the garbage truck. We know that. We absolutely know that in our minds, bodies, and souls. We've got enough corroborating witnesses and evidence to just show it's not a freaking trash truck. And we have our own eyes and our own brains. So if they're going to deceive the public about that or run a narrative like that that's completely, totally untrue, would they lie about a dog hit? Yeah, I think they would, especially if it might incriminate somebody. Just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. Did I accidentally hide somebody? Ginger should not be hidden. Can somebody unhide Ginger? I just said I hid her. I would never hide Ginger. I must have hit a button by accident. Can somebody unhide Ginger for me? It's Ginger 4AUB. I don't know where I would have. Oh, I did hit. Sorry, I got it. I'm sorry, Ginger. I just happened to scroll and see it. I'm like, wait a minute. There's no way I did that. I must have hit something. I apologize. And it was the, and this is the message too. Crystal Pistol, who's Julie? And I hid you for that. And I didn't even see that. So it must have been, I must have accidentally hit something when I was scrolling. I'm very sorry about that. I'm very, very, very sorry about that. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. I'm sorry, Ginger. Good thing I actually know who you are. Might have been like, oh, she must have been talking smack.
I looked at the name. I'm like, there's no way. Oh, good gracious. NJs, thank you for all you're doing for Sebastian. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Love Bug. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. This is what I question. The stranger in the parking lot, the marks on the stepfather's arms, no scent or video of the boy leaving. What happened? That's a powerful statement, or powerful question, I should say. I mean, that's a loaded one too. I don't know. I mean, what did happen? I gotta be honest with you. I don't know. B's and P's thought they failed to get Sebastian out of Chris's house when he said he didn't want to all four in Chris's kitchen. Didn't know Seth set it straight letter with Sebastian, so they found a different way. I don't know what that, I wasn't following quite clearly. I'll have to go back and reread that. The description of the hoodie that you just dropped info on could resemble the color of Purdue. Purdue, right? From the other incident? If that's what the other one said, Purdue, is that what it said on it? I couldn't remember what it said on it. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Was it a green hoodie? That's the question. We'll have to go back and check. Craddock actually received the Sumner Servant of the Year award. You can't make this crap up. Well, you know what? In the community that voted for him, it was the political circle. That's a joke. Oh, good gracious. I don't prefer R. I prefer snuggle struggle. How appropriate from a sheriff. How appropriate. My judge ended up in jail for, oh, good golly, max him out, Molly. Oh, good gracious. His brother was the mayor. Oh my gosh, where did you live? That's insane. Nobody noticed that they were messed up? Just saying. The thing I'm confused about is that photo that looked like Sebastian and that woman. Seth thought it was Sebastian. Yeah, but law enforcement went out, and you're talking about the North Carolina sighting. Yeah, that was very, very close. But Walmart. Law enforcement went out and actually found the woman and the boy, and it wasn't him. And the woman actually produced some photos, and you could tell the differences between them. But they did look very similar, you know? They did look very, very similar. But not the same. Not the same. Aw. Thank you, Tracy. Knock, knock. Who's there? Well, I don't know the banana joke. Banana. What was the banana one? I know orange. Aren't you glad? And I can't remember that one either. Maybe my knock-knock jokes are over. I lost them in the 5th grade. Dad, burn it. I worked hard for those knock-knock jokes, too. That sucks. I just pray it doesn't come close. Come closed case. You mean a cold case like Summer? Yeah. That's what I fear for, is like the Summer. But they had avenues to get the parents behind bars. They still have avenues. Those parents don't have their sons, okay? They pretty much permanently remove this. There's nothing makes me angry when they play these games, you know. Either charge the parents or don't charge the parents. If you don't charge the parents by X amount of days, you have got to give the kids back. You have got to give the kids back. Because if they broke no laws, you have no rights of taking their children. And if they broke the law, here in this country, we go to jail. And when you make 3 children dependent on the state because of your neglectful ways and endangerment ways, you should be in jail
period. No questions asked. And the Wells and Candace, they should have been in jail for the crimes perpetrated upon all four of the kids for neglect and endangerment, because their home was neglectful and it endangered those children both inside and outside of that home. The system and hold up different colors of clothes, and then they could tell what the color, possibly. There are avenues for CP and KP behind bars in Tennessee. Julie showed on a live. Yeah, I heard about that. I did hear about that. I needed to find it. I think one of our other members in here sent it to me, and I was watching it, but I was a little confused on where it was, and I was supposed to watch it today, but I got busy with something else. So the mother should be charged with obstruction of justice. Yeah. Because, I mean, who would think that their autistic child would walk out of the house and lock the door behind them? I mean, without any shoes or jacket. As soon as they knew that there was no shoes or jacket on him, she should have been screaming from the rooftop, something ain't right here, and she didn't. You know, she didn't. She was just fine with them doing what they were doing, knowing it wasn't a possibility. That's what bothers me so much. Oh, well, we'll keep praying. We'll keep praying. We'll keep doing. Guys, this is a lot of firsts for Seth. A lot of firsts for Seth, okay? A lot of not good first, you know. He just got through his first Thanksgiving without his son. He's about to go through his first birthday without his son. He may very well go through Christmas without his son. At some point, we need people to wake up and understand something is really wrong here. Something truly happened to this boy. This is not a child that just woke up one midnight and decided to walk out the door and never be seen again. He doesn't know how to survive. He has nothing to survive with, even if he did. So just say a prayer for Seth and Sebastian, and of course all the other people in other cases that we're covering. If you guys didn't have an opportunity, I did a show. I don't really do a video like I did earlier today, but I thought it was so impactful on me that I went ahead and did the video. It's a little trigger warning. It has a little shock value to it. But I think it really outlines, especially at the end when the victim gets up on the stand, and yes, she did survive, thank God. But when she gets up on the stands and you hear her stories, it sounds like so many of our stories. It's just that I really truly believe sometimes we tell ourselves it can't happen to us. We tell ourselves, yeah, they did this, but they would never do this. You know? Because this is a story of a very courageous 17-year-old girl that went through something I hope my worst enemy never has to experience. It was brutal, it was gruesome, and she is a survivor, not a victim. And God bless her for her story. And not only that, but taking everything that she has been through and turning it around and doing more with it. You know, going and speaking at law enforcement banquets, and you know, getting involved with other type of organizations to share her story and hopefully help somebody not have her story. So I love that. You know, a lot of people don't understand, even our victims' families. You know, they always typically turn in and try to do something in honor of their missing or deceased family member. It's a coping mechanism. It helps them thrive. It helps them feel like they have purpose again and are giving back and are doing it from a place of honor and respect. And it sounds like this young lady has been doing that while after recovering. She's going to college, and she got to walk down and pick up her diploma in high school. You know, she got her high school diploma. And she's just a very brave girl. And I know I talked to you guys about how, you know, some of the people that I see, I don't know where they get their strength from. We were just talking about that. And this was one very strong, courageous 17-year-old girl that wasn't going to let anything stand in her way to her road to recovery. It was very empowering to me and very impactful to me. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Thank you for your love and support this channel and this show. Thank you, guys. We're going to be getting back to doing some other things. I was going to do another, I was supposed to, actually, I reminded me, that video was actually supposed to be on the other channel. I just realized I have a habit of posting everything on just the main channel. I don't know why. But that story should have actually been posted on the bedtime stories, our bed stories. What am I talking about? True crime stories. Oh my gosh. I can't even think of my own channel's name. That's really bad. I'm delusional at this point. It's time for me to get ready to go to bed. So, all right, guys. Well, you guys have a good evening. We'll get all set up. I'm going to go back to the office for a little bit. And we'll do some produced shows in the office that I think you guys will enjoy. So, all right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Rock it out with your coffee beans out. Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And until next time, be safe and kind to one another. Love you guys. Take care.